Hello friends, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Bio Content. In today's video, we are diving into the fantastic world of seed production, particularly in rice. Today, we are going to discuss varietal as well as hybrid seed production in rice. So let's start. As I said, there are two types of seed production. One is varietal seed production and another one is hybrid seed production. In varietal seed production, we have to just sow the seeds of a variety, and naturally we have to allow them to fertilize the seeds. There is no human interference in pollination and uh, fertilization. Naturally, we are allowing them to cross pollinate or self pollinate, whatever it takes place. But in case of hybrid seed production, two lines are required here. One will serve as a female parent, and another will serve as a male parent. By making a cross in between these two, we can able to produce the hybrid seed. First of all, we will discuss regarding the varietal seed production of rice. The first basic requirement in case of seed production is selection of site or land requirement. Friends, as you all aware, whatever the land or piece of land you are going to select must be free from the volunteer plant. Means on the same piece of land in previous year, the rice should not be grown. The second is isolation requirement. This is very much important in producing the quality seeds during seed production. As the paddy is a highly self-pollinated, it requires only 3 meter isolation distance from the other field. But what is the isolation distance? You can see here, friends, isolation distance means what? Suppose this is the paddy field where we have grown X variety. But that X variety must be isolated from other varieties of the rice. If other than rice is grown out this plot, we should not bother about the isolation distance. Just we have to take care whether the surrounding area of this field is having the same crop or different crop. If different crop, then no worry. But if the rice is being grown by the surrounded farmers, then we have to keep this proper isolation distance. For what? To produce the genetically pure seeds. The third basic requirement is source of seed. Friends, the seeds must be obtained always from the authentic source, which is approved by the seed certification agency. It may be from reputed agricultural universities or seed certification agency. Third important point is beef cultural practices. As we are agricultural students, the 30% management practices influence the seed yield. 30% is a very good level of influences. But friends, while maintaining the good cultural practices, we have to take care about the things. There is high-tech things we have to adopt for getting the higher yield. The first is seed rate requirement. 30 to 40 kg per hectare is required. The spacing, the proper spacing depends upon varietal type, whether it is semi-spreading, erect, or um, high tiller producing varieties. Then transplanting must be done when the seedlings are of 3 to 4 weeks old. And most important is follow all the recommended packages of practices and take necessary prophylactic measures so as to raise a good crop. Now, the most important is rogging. What is rogging? Rogging is nothing but the removal of types from the seed plot. You can see here the plants which are looking taller than these tree need to be rogged out from the field. Remove it from the field, and the plant which is very dwarf as compared to these three, we are removing it out from the field. You can see here the farmer is doing the rogging practice. The tall plants which is present in the seed production plot is removed. Here early flowering plants we have to find out, and then rog it out from the field. Disease affected plants, pest affected plants, late maturing plant, early maturing plant, we have to remove from the seed production plot. Why we are removing such plants from the field? Because we are producing the quality seeds by using the systematic ways or scientific ways. Then next is number of field inspection. What for field inspections are required from sowing before sowing to harvesting? We have to visit that plot whether the proper isolation distance is maintained or not, whether rogging is being conducted or not. Hmm? We have to take care of all these practices because we are planning to produce the quality seeds. Minimum two field inspections are required. One is between flowering and another one is harvesting, before harvesting. When harvesting is to be done, when the crop is having hard and yellow grains and moisture content is about 23 to 24%. But at the same time, if you are planning to harvest it with the combine harvester, then the 16 to 18% moisture content must be there. Then only you can use the combine harvester. Then finally, the seed yield. This is the yield of variety. Keep in mind, near about 5 to 6 ton per hectare yield will be given if you are following the good packages of practices during the seed production. Friends, now we are going to discuss the seed production of hybrid. Who is the father of hybrid rice? Yon Longping is the father of hybrid rice and he is from China. China is the one of the leader in uh, rice production because of this hybrid technology. What is hybrid then? This is the progeny obtained from these cross of these two genetically dissimilar parents. This is the first generation offspring of a rice. It is a cross between two diverse parents. Friends, how you can produce the hybrid seeds? Some ways are there. Actually, when you are using the male sterility in producing the hybrid seeds, two systems are there. That is three-line system. If you are using the CGMS system of male sterility, and another one is two-line system when you are using the genetic male sterility, particularly thermosensitive genetic male sterility and photosensitive genetic male sterility. Third one technique is also available, but it is rarely used in on larger scale. Can be used in academic purpose only. By using the chemical emasculants, we can suppress the production of male flower in female plants because this is the hermaphrodite flower. even though this parent is working as a female, but it produces both type of flowers, male as well as females. If we are able to show uh, the female parent as a A line, then there is no need of manual emasculation. That is the benefit of male sterility. Friends, here comparison has been given using the three-line hybrid seed production technique and two-line hybrid seed production technique. In case of three-line, you need to maintain A line, B line, and R line. A line is the totally male sterile line. B line is the maintainer line for A. B line is used as a maintainer to maintain the male sterility, that is A line. And the R is a restorer line. Likewise, A into B is responsible for maintaining the A line, and A into R cross is responsible for producing the hybrid C. But in case of GMS, here only two lines are required. One is sterile, another one is fertile. By making a cross between sterile into fertile, you can produce the F1. And sterility will be maintained at the location where the temperature range should not go below 23.3 degrees Celsius. Because if the temperature comes below 23.3 degrees Celsius, then sterility may convert into fertility. That's why the grow these sterile lines where the temperature is above the 23.3 degree Celsius. You can see here, this is the sterile F1 production where you need to grow the F1 hybrids at such places where the temperature must be above 23.3 degree Celsius. If the temperature comes below this, then partial sterility. Then if comes again down, then sterile plants may become fertile. That's why we have to take care the location where we are growing the F1 seeds. In case of hybrid seed production, we have to maintain the A line, and at the same time we have to produce the hybrid seed. For this, land requirement is the one criteria. The same crop should not be grown in the same place of piece of land in the previous one season to avoid the volunteer plants. The second is isolation requirement. As we have discussed, isolation requirement is just for maintaining and producing the high quality seeds, genetically pure seeds. In that angle, in case of foundation seed production, we have to maintain the isolation distance of at least 200 meter, where we are maintaining A line, B line, and R line. Foundation seed production means what? Seed production of A line, B line, and R line. And certified seed production means what? A into R. Wherever this program is given, that is known as certified seed production. And the isolation distance required for certified seed production is 100 meter. The same thing as we discussed in case of varietal seed production, the brief cultural practices. The success in hybrid seed production depends on synchronization of flowering between male and female parents. You can see here, these are the male parents, two lines of male parents, and six or four lines of female parents. The flowering of male and female must synchronize at the same time. Then and then only seed setting may take place. Otherwise, if there is gap in flowering timing, then the seed setting will not take place. And these problems may arise in A and R line sometimes. So, how to avoid such problems then? If suppose a female is flowering later than the male, what can we do? We have to sow the female lines 5 days early before the male so that the male and female parents may synchronize at the same time or may flower at the same time. The second terminology you can use in this case is staggering. Hmm. Staggered sowing is helpful. In case of hybrid seed production, we have to maintain the planting ratio. Planting ratio means male and female rows. How many rows of male line and how many rows of female lines must be grown? You can see here clearly seen. These are the male lines, two rows of male parents, and 8 or 6 rows of female parents. The two lines or 2 rows of male parent are sufficient to provide the pollens to the 6 and 8 lines of female parents so that the seed setting on female parents is good. Number of field inspection. A minimum of 4 field inspections are required in hybrid seed production. Then roguing. Roguing is very much required in male and female parental lines because if there is contamination or pollen shedders are available or any off types are present in the male and female lines or parents, then the F1 seeds may not remain uh, uniform or high yield may not obtain. Remove all the off types and volunteer plants from both male and female parental lines. This is the necessity of roguing to maintain the quality seeds. Some methods are recommended for increasing the outcrossing in rice. That is flag leaf clipping. We have to clip the flag leaf before emergence of the panicle. We can apply the GA3 before flower opening. And the third one is rope pulling. You can see here the rope pulling means the pollens from the male parents are um, transferred with the help of a rope on the female parent. In a day, 3 to 4 times rope pulling is recommended to have a higher seed set in female parent. Then harvesting and threshing. The harvest the male rows first and remove them from the field. Why we are taking this care? Because we are only uh, focused on the seeds harvested from the female lines because that female line seeds are treated as a F1 seeds or hybrid seed. That's why to avoid the contamination or mixture, we have to remove the male rows first from the seed production plot and then only harvest the female line. The threshing should be done on a clean threshing floor and the seed should be winnowed and dried to save moisture limit before storage. Friends, you can see here how much seed yield is uh, produced in case of hybrid seed. It is only in between zero point 0.5 to 1.5 ton per hectare. But it was very high in varietal seed production, 5 to 6 tons per hectare. Why this is so less? Because from the field we have to remove the male rows, we have to remove the off types, and some roguing is harsh roguing is required sometimes. Because of that, and seed setting is again the issue in female parents. So the seed yield range is somewhat less. Friends, if you understood this video or topic, seed production in rice, I appeal you all go through these multiple choice questions and answer, reply in comment section. It will be a very appreciating thing for me. I will appreciate the students who will attempt the questions. Just listening the video is not enough. You have to be attentive while listening the video. go through these multiple choice questions and
Try
try
to
to
answer.
answer.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.